What's going on, everybody? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I always appreciate the love and support. Helps the channel grow. So yeah, we only have one rule here. One rule: um, do your own research. Right? I am not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. You will appreciate it more in the end when you're making the big bucks, right? So let's get right into it. We're gonna do a little recap of the market, and then we're gonna jump right into our investing challenges. Give a quick update on that. Not shouldn't be a long video, so let's jump right into how the markets went this past week. Let's see. We're looking at the Dow Jones here on Friday, down 0.5%, down 187 points. How the market was kind of tipsy turvy, as you see on Friday. How it started, where it went up to, then how it dropped back down, and then for the week, we are at down 1%, 584 points. Year to date, we are still up 1%, 598 points. So the Dow still maintaining, hasn't fell off a cliff like most experts have predicted. So still hanging in there. Let's take a look at the S&P. Dipped a little bit on Friday, dipped 12 points, just under that 4,400. For the week, down almost 1%. And year to date, still up 15%. So if you invested in the S&P, you're looking to be up, 15%. Well, let's just say the S&P is a guide on your portfolio, right? Or you outperforming the S&P. If not, you may want to take a look at your portfolio to see what you may be invested in, some changes that you can possibly make, and but that's a good guide to have. Are you outperforming the S&P? And we see the year to date, the S&P is up 15%. And over the last year, the S&P is up 14%. So is your portfolio outperforming the S&P so far this year? Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Down, basically flat, but down 18 points on Friday. For the week, down 112 points, less than 1%. Year to date, still up 31% year to date. So we know big tech was down last year, but it's making a pretty good recovery this year. I think we still have some more room to go. But you see that the trajectory of how it's been going so far this year. We know the Nasdaq holds the big tech, so it gives a good uh, view or overview of how big techs are doing so far this year. So yeah, that was a quick overview. Let's jump right into the investing challenge. We are at week 27. So before I start, I didn't do week 26. So remember what I tell you, right? If I don't do a week, I combine it with the next week. So we did week 26 and week 27 this week. So and you'll probably see that as a theme more going towards the rest of the year. We're probably going to do it all depends. But the last couple of times I've combined the weeks together. I did week 24 and 25. This time I did week 26 and 27 together. So let's jump right into it and let's get a little recap of how our investing challenge is going so far. Let's see. Jump right over here to SCHD VO challenge. And you see week 26 and week 27. So this week we invested $26 in the VOO, $26 in the SCHD VOO. And then we did $27 in the SCHD. and $27 in the VOO. So if you had just did it 1 week at a time, it'd have been $52 for week 26 last week, and then week 27 this week would have been 54. But we did it both together. So right, we did a total of $106 this week, and that covered us for both week 26 and week 27. And as you see so far, $756 so far invested in this challenge. Right, easy challenge. Whatever week we are in, that's what we invest into these funds. So you see, it started with week 1, and we started back covering week 1, right? And then week 2, week 3, week 4. It's very easy to follow along, and it just keeps you on track. And look, we're already up to $756 that we've invested in this challenge so far this year. So I think we're doing a really good job of staying on track, and you see it's starting to add up, right? So, and we're going to go all the way to week 52. So we're over the halfway mark. It's easy investing challenge. We do it every week or every other week, but we're staying on track with the challenge. So next week will be week 28. We're going to do $28 in the SCHD, $28 in the VOO. If I skip next week, then we're going to do $28 and $29 in the SCHD, $28 and $29 in the VOO for the investing challenge, just to stay on track. And this is on top of all the other investing that I'm doing. So, it's starting to add up. But, these are two funds that we like, and these are two funds that we want to keep investing in. And with this investing challenge, it helps us stay on track. So, just this past week, right, I am already, I am over 20 shares. I have over 20 shares of SCHD. So, yeah, it's adding up, and man, I'm excited. I want to eventually get to 100 shares. Probably won't happen this year, but this investment challenge has definitely helped me get the needle moving with adding more shares to my account. So, and it's just something that I don't have to think about. I know I'm doing this investing challenge. I know I'm going to invest in this fund, and it's just about discipline, right? And you just knock it out every week, or knock it out every other week, whatever you got to do to stay on track. So now I'm up over 20 shares of SCHD. I'm up to 20 shares of SCHD. I have, I think, almost 9 shares of VOO. So once again, it's just something that the two funds that I like and I want to invest in, and this is helping me stay on track. So you see how much we've invested so far in the SCHD VOO challenge. And let's go over to JEPI and JEPQ. Once again, week 26, this is a $5 challenge. We did $5 in the JEPI. We actually did week 26 and week 27 together, right? So we did, if you combine them both, we did $10 in the JEPI, $10 in the JEPQ, total of $20. As you see so far, we are at total invested in this challenge so far this year, $250. So, and this is just a simple $5 challenge, and we're up to $250 so far in this challenge with JEPI and JEPQ. I also received my monthly dividend from JEPI and JEPQ. I believe it was like $22 a JEPI and $12 a JEPQ that I received in dividends. So those dividends got reinvested, and I also matched that reinvestment, right? So on top of the $5 challenge that I did this week for JEPI, I added an additional $22, right? Because we received a dividend, the dividend was reinvested. Then I matched it with an additional $22 in the JEPI. And I did the same thing with JEPQ with an additional $12 of JEPQ, which was the dividend we received that already got reinvested. So we did $22 plus 10 in the JEPI. We did 12 plus 10 in the JEPQ for the week. So once again, these investment challenges helps me stay on track. JEPI and JEPQ pays every month. SCHD and VOO pay every quarter. I also match my SCHD dividend that I received was it SCHD or VO? One of those I received, I think within the last week or so, then which got reinvested and I matched it. So just other ways that other creative ways that helps you grow your portfolio, right? So it's not just about well, I'm gonna say that for those who just have a hard time figuring out when to invest, or you know, hey, these automated, it's not automated, but in my mind it's automated. These investment challenges that we do just helps you stay on track, helps you become a consistent investor, which in your normal way of living, you're probably not a consistent investor. If you're new to the investing game, you're probably not a consistent investor. So what better way to help you stay consistent with investing than incorporate these weekly investing challenges? So simple $5 a week in the JEPI, simple $5 in JEPQ. I showed you what we do in the SCHD and VO, and before you know it, you stay on track for a year or two. You've grown your portfolio and you're investing pretty much all the time. And that's what you want to do. You want to have a certain amount of money that you're setting aside for investing. So, and that's what we do. So, and we're going to keep going. Next week will be week 28, week 29 after that. Simple $5 challenge for JEPI and JEPQ. You see, we had $250 so far for the year, and we're going to keep it going. Simple as that. So that was a recap of our investing challenges for SCHD VO, for JEPI and JEPQ. I want to touch a little bit on some of the cover calls we've done. I'm not going to talk about the Robinhood portfolio, but just give you an update. We were down this past week. We did dip below that 4,000. We reached the goal of 4,000, but we dipped back below that. So hopefully next week will be a better week. And, I'll give you guys an update on that soon. Hopefully it's a positive update. But, anytime you're dealing with options, investing period, be prepared for some downtime. That's just how it goes. So nothing really concerning or, out the ordinary with that. So let's look at some of the cover call income for July, which was the first week. We did we collected a total of $129 in premium for July with our Google and Amazon cover calls. On the 5th, which was Wednesday, we closed out a Google cover call. Had to pay back $25, but we got a credit of 52 for the rolling over basically, right? So that's a net income of a net positive $27.29. And for Amazon, right, we closed out our July 21st 132 cover call, and we sold a 134 July 28 cover call. We closed out for $252.68, but we opened and collected. We opened and we had a $355.32, what gives us a net credit of $102.64. So you see, so far for July, we've collected a total premium of $129.93. June total, we had a net positive $246.50. So we was down in May, but we up in we got some back in June. Off to a good start in July. So this is our cover call income, which is just more income. When you have 100 shares of a stock, as I do in Google and Amazon and Sophie and a few others, but so far I'm just doing Google, Amazon, and Sophie as far as my cover calls. You were able to collect some additional income. So that's what we're working on now. So, so far this year, man, I set a goal to be able to understand and learn options more than what I've been doing, right? I've always been buy and hold, but I wanted to learn options this year. That's what I'm doing. So I'm learning cover call strategies. I'm learning long calls, leap strategies as far as my options. And it's just something that I want to add to my investing, arsenal, basically. And I know it's going to take a while to learn, and I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with taking a year or 2 years to keep practicing and learning till I figure out what is the best strategy for me. So, but yeah, that's pretty much an update of what's going on so far this week. And we'll see what next week brings. But we're handling business, doing a great job so far with options. It's going to be some up and down time. We're staying on top of our um, investing challenges with VOO, SCHD, as well as JEPI and JEPQ. We're continuing to buy and hold. We continue to receive dividends. We reinvest in our dividends. If we're not reinvesting dividends, we're using those dividends to buy other positions. So it's just all part of that investing, bowl, right? There's so many things you can do when you're investing, right? So that's why I'm so big on the concept of investing. So if you're not investing, if you're not figuring out how to way to print more money, you're really not putting your money to use the best way that you should. So just keep that in mind. There's always different ways to earn income. And with investing, I think that's one of the most productive ways, one of the easiest ways. And it's just a necessity. You have to learn if you want to create a change in your in your life. And we talk about generational wealth, and so you need to learn this stock market, right? Once again, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. It's just I'm giving you my opinion. You can take it however you want to take it. But yeah, man, we just keeping that ball rolling. So just want to give you guys a quick update and let what we're doing, how we how we moving so far, and and that's it. That's it. So I'm not gonna hold you guys up. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research. If you want to make a donation, can you see this? Right there. Right there. If you want to donate to the channel, I really appreciate it. PayPal, Cash App, um, you know, whatever uh, suits you. But yeah, and that's it. Enough rambling. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. See you next week.